And welcome back to Nuggets and Pearls, the best damn question and answer show you're going to find on the entire Google internet base. I don't know what the hell we're doing. I'm here with Doug. I'm here with Mike, and also Danny Soul. Danny, the question this week, what is the best way to start a weightlifting team? What do you think, man?
Assuming that you've already surrounded yourself with, like, people who know about the sport of weightlifting and that you're a coach within the space, an important thing is assembling a team. I think what we look at when we are looking for athletes for Team Soul Weightlifting and putting together a team, people that have a good and positive attitude. We have had opportunities to train around some very high-level local weightlifters, and we've learned a lot from guys like that. But really, man, like, having a good, responsive attitude, a positive attitude needs to come first.
So just don't look for people who have big numbers.
No,
That'd
never.
be a mistake.
No, never, man. Like, we try to take some of those team sport elements and we apply them to the sport of weightlifting. Sport of weightlifting is not a team sport. However, if you look at what you have with a team sport and the camaraderie, and when somebody's having a shitty day, you have another lifter to kind of hold them up and snap them back into shape. When I'm having a bad day, I can see you hitting your lifts and it can help keep me positive. Weightlifting is a sport that it's a lot about, like, copying what you see. You see somebody that has a certain setup and that lifts like you and has a certain body type as you do. You like how they lift. A lot of times we're going to copy that for ourselves if we think that works for us. And the same thing happens with attitude. When you have a positive weightlifter, when you have a positive team, it's contagious, and that's what we try to spread amongst our team.
You guys have a CrossFit gym.
Yeah.
Do you recruit from CrossFitters who have a special interest in weightlifting? Do you try to recruit from outside of the gym?
Yeah.
Straight into the weightlifting program?
Both, honestly. So, like, if we have a CrossFit client that, you know when you have a CrossFit client that knows how to snatch and clean and jerk well. Sometimes
and they hate cardio.
Yeah, and they just move the bar well.
Yeah.
A lot of times they'll say, hey, we have like 16 2-hour sessions a week. I know it's in the back of the gym where all the gross people hang out, but come with us. We don't smell as bad as we look. Yes, we definitely try to recruit some of our CrossFitters. I mean, I'll go to a CrossFit event, and if I see somebody that snatches and clean and jerks well, I'll approach them and say, hey, have you ever been coached in weightlifting?
Yeah.
With the numbers you're putting up right now with zero to little training, I mean, you could compete senior nationals, you could compete American Open.
Yeah.
Just walk in there. Imagine what you could do with some, like, formal coaching.
I know what we've done is we in our gym is we just have intro classes.
Yeah.
It's like 8 weeks. We'll take people who they've been exposed to CrossFit, very limited weightlifting. An hour-long class, you don't have a lot of time to teach weightlifting.
Right.
And so it's like, hey, let's focus on this for 8 weeks. It'll make you better at the CrossFit thing. Well, a lot of people end up finding out that they really dig the weightlifting.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I'm going to go do that instead. So that's been a really great way for us to have built interest in our weightlifting programs. And then, obviously, like when we do stuff online, we definitely mind people out that, like, they have this – more, like you talked about on the show when we did Barbell Shrugged, they have they like CrossFit, but weightlifting is a lot of fun.
Right.
So, like, trying to figure out how to get people from that area where they've been doing that thing over there and getting them into, like, a program that kind of introduces it to them in a very friendly way.
Well, when we look at our more competitive CrossFit demographic at our gym, we try to structure it like a season. So right now, if you weren't lucky or the cards didn't fall in your direction where you didn't qualify for the games, right now is a perfect time to immerse yourself in the sport of weightlifting.
Absolutely.
Pick a meet. October, November is usually a really good time, and train like a weightlifter. Take the different pieces of what you need to put together for CrossFit and train them individually, and weightlifting is such a huge piece of that.
Right.
So as far as, like, recruitment goes with our weightlifting club, pulling some guys even from other programs and saying, hey, let's train for a meet, you get them as a weightlifter for half of the year.
Yeah.
And we've seen a tremendous amount of growth to that, or as a result of CrossFit. For
everybody
weightlifting
rallying
club,
around
for
a
sure.
cause gives a real kick to the training, right?
Yeah, 100%. For sure.
And it's only going to make them better when they go back to compete in CrossFit.
Yeah.
Like, focusing on weightlifting for half the year is really going to, like, make you better, especially at the heavier wads, but really better at any of the wads that involve anything that's Olympic style.
I would say mentally as well. Like, we've coached, again, some high-level people that can perform like none other when they're on the CrossFit floor, but when it's quiet and they have 60 seconds to hit one lift and they must do it, it's a totally different story. It's a crazy mental game, much more different than CrossFit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for them to focus on quality of movement.
Yeah.
For 6 months, as opposed to just quantity, trying to do as much as possible in a short amount of time, which there's a ton of value to that. But taking that break and focusing just on movement quality and strength, I think is very valuable.
Yeah.
You need dedicated, hard-working people who have a positive mental attitude and aren't going to make excuses, right?
Yeah.
To summarize
100%.
things, you get that much done, you will build yourself a rock-solid weightlifting team. I'm holding up the right fist. You know what this means? That means this fucking question just got nailed, son. Join the conversation every week after the episode over at barbellshrug.com. This is also where you'll find new episodes of Barbell Shrugged, Technique Wad, Nuggets and Pearls, Barbell Business, Get Change, plus new articles every day on our daily blog, written by us, guests of the show, and some of the biggest names in strength and conditioning. So, go there and leave a comment now.
Oh my gosh, wow, that's so cool. Yay, that's so awesome.
Did you like this video? If so, subscribe to our channel and share this with your friends.
And if you want even more free, awesome resources to help you reach your fitness goals, plus some updates that we only share over email, head over to barbellshrug.com and sign up for the newsletter.